We have a crisis of relationships and a crisis of resources, but fundamentally we have a crisis of spirit. The way in which we engage with each other, the values that drive our beliefs and drive our behaviours. That the success of the intervention depends on the state of the intervener. If we're going to intervene in the world, we need to ensure that our state is coming from love. Love is not a word that we tend to hear much of, certainly in business or when we're building societies, and yet it's the fabric from which holds everything together. So how do we, in the West, in the East, the North and the South, rich and poor, white and black, actually go about learning to love ourselves and love each other? Simple. Look at yourself, understand yourself, take time out, silence the mind from the noise of the world around you. Take a breath, have a pause, think about what it is that you really want. What are the values that you stand for? When you die and you look back on your life, say at 80 years old and you look back on your life, what do you want to have achieved in your life? What's really important for you? What are your successes? What are your strengths? What are your real passions? Do those. Otherwise, instead, we tend to follow the money. We tend to do things that we think give us success and power, so that only the man who knows the meaning of enough can be truly rich. And I mean by that a man and a woman. Otherwise, what we run the risk of is either saying to other parts of the world, you can't have the trappings of consumerism that we have, or encouraging other parts of the world, calling them the bottom of the pyramid, which is an awful expression, to get on this ladder of consumerism, which leads to nowhere. It leads to the destruction of our souls and our planet. And it's important also to try and have more women in decision making, in the workplace, in society and so on. Because again, it's a balance that we want. Left brain, right brain, male, feminine. Only that way can we really gain the authenticity and the truth of the diverse problems that we're facing. People are realizing that we're actually seeing a current business paradigm being replaced by a newer one. And that newer one is one of a firm of the future, a business inspired by nature. One where we understand to work with the grain of human nature, with our hearts, with our heads, with our hands, and also with the grain of nature, the way nature works. In business at the moment, we are proud to be competitive. And yet, the more we look at nature, the more we realize that resilient ecosystems, ones that withstand change, ones that are truly sustainable and are there for the long run, are collaborative. And we tend to view the world through competitive eyes, through threat-tinted glasses. We need to start looking at it through love and through collaboration.